Hey guys, thanks for joining me for an episode of Learn Play Games. My name is Lance, and today I'm going to take you through a playthrough of Adventure Tactics. This is a brand new game on Kickstarter right now from Litman Games. And in this video, I'm going to play through the first, middle, and end couple turns to show you how this scenario plays and give you a good idea of whether or not you want to back this game. As always, if you enjoy these videos, if you like what I do, please consider that like button, subscribing to my channel, as it really does help me to continue to grow and be able to bring these games to you guys. And if you want to stay up to date on all my videos, also consider ringing that bell so you get notifications anytime I release new content. So other than that, the other thing I want to point out is that all of the materials in this video are prototypes and are subject to change, and the production on this will be a lot better than what you're seeing here, as the heroes are actually going to be minis, and some of the enemies will also end up being minis, as well as everything else obviously being polished up really nice. And even some of the artwork has changed just a little bit. They've done some tweaks to some of the cards and that to really make them pop a little bit better. So just keep that in mind as you watch the video. And I also will have another video up in the top corner here if you just want to see the main features of the game and hear my thoughts on it as well. So check that one out if that's something you're interested in. And otherwise, let's head to the table and I'll show you how this one plays. One last time before moving into the video, all of this stuff is prototype materials and is subject to change, such as the heroes are actually going to be miniatures and some of their cards and things are going to look a little bit different once you get your final production copy. From there, we're going to go ahead and go through the very first mission, which is Guard the Gate. So our heroes are set up on this side with the boss Rugby out there bringing his minions on, trying to defeat our heroes. So the first step in the game is for each of our heroes to draw up to their hand size, which at the beginning of the game is 4. So each of our heroes will draw 4 cards. Next, we will go ahead and take care of the initiative deck. So we will shuffle this up and then play this out to determine who is going to be the first one to go. All right, so we have our archer, Roberta, the boss, our wizard, and another boss card. Our archer is going to be the first one to go, so we're ready to move into the third step. Well, we'll activate our characters and bosses in order. So our archer has 3 basic moves and a basic attack. So let's go ahead and start off by moving 1, 2, 3, 4 with a basic move. And then we'll go ahead and do a basic attack on our guy there. And our archer is going to use the black die. So she does 6 points of damage. So we'll place a couple markers there on that. And that minion has 8 hit points. From there, then we'll move on to Roberta. So she'll go. And she has a basic attack, a rock toss, a basic move. So she'll go ahead and do a basic move for her first action. And that'll let her move 4 spaces. 2, 3, 4. And she's just out of range of the rock toss, as that is 3 spaces away. So she's just she will spend the basic attack to do a movement, which she'll get half of her movement points with. So she's going to move 2 spaces, and that'll be it for her turn. So we're ready to move on to the boss. So we'll flip over the first boss card, and we have lead from the front. So Rugby moves to the closest character and makes a basic attack. And the gang members are going to make a basic attack if adjacent to a character, otherwise they're going to move towards the closest one. So Rugby will move 1, 2, 3, and then he'll make a basic attack. He does 2 points of damage on our fighter. And then the minion is going to do the same thing, moving 1, 2, 3. And they will also make a basic attack. Well, actually they won't if they will have to be adjacent, so then that is it. Our wizard will be next, so let's see what he's got. He's got a teleport and 3 basic attacks, so that could be pretty good. Let's go ahead and do the teleport. This is a free action. So he'll go ahead and trade places with the archer. And then he'll go ahead and make a basic attack against that minion there that's already been damaged with his first attack, or with his first action. And he's going to use a red die. He does 4 damage, which is going to be enough to eliminate that minion. So we'll go ahead and take them off. And then he's got 1 additional attack, or 1 additional action, so he's going to do another basic attack, and his range is 1 to 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We have range to our boss there, so he's going to go ahead and try to hit him. He does 3 points of damage to that guy. And then his turn is over. So then we'll move on to the next boss card, and we have lead from the front again. So Rugby is going to move towards the closest character, and then he's going to make a basic attack. So another basic. Another 2 points of damage, so we're down to 6. And then the gang member has been eliminated, so we do not have to worry about that. So at this point, then we're ready to move into the cleanup phase. So during the cleanup phase, all of our heroes, if they have any status effects or whatnot, will go away. And then our heroes can choose to discard one of their cards in their hand if they want to. So let's see what we got here. Archer's going to need to be moving. And nope, we're good. So then we're ready to move into the next round. So I'm going to take a round and play it off camera, and then we'll be back in a minute. All right, so I went ahead and played through another round, and our characters got hammered. We had a couple of really nasty cards come up. Rugby was able to smash our fighter, and she's down to 1 hit point. Both of our mage and archer also took a little bit of damage, as the mage was able to do enough damage to Rugby for him to do a signal, which brought out 2 additional enemies. So ready to move into it. So our characters again will draw back up to their hand size of 4. Then we'll go ahead and do the initiative. So hopefully this will be good. And let's see what we get. Oh, the boss, the wizard, Roberta, the boss, and Archer, who has his special scout ability, so he's going to move and take that spot instead. So our first boss card, we have lead from the front. So Rugby is going to move to the closest character and make a basic attack. So he's already adjacent to our fighter there, so he's going to roll. He does 2 damage. Our fighter is going to respond by doing Shake It Off. This is going to discard this card from her area, but then she's going to get to heal a red die worth of damage. So hopefully she'll do okay here. She gets 3, so she gets 1, 2, 3, and then he's going to do 2 more to her, so she's back down to 2. Then we have a gang member who's also going to make a basic attack, and he's against the fighter as well, so this could be really bad for our fighter. And 1 point of damage. So our fighter's just hanging in there. Hopefully she'll be able to do some damage here to finish this off. And that is it for them. So then we're ready to move on with the wizard. So let's see what he's got up his sleeve. Hopefully something good here. He's going to go ahead and do a basic move to move him up. And then he's going to do an attack, basic attack on this archer here. So his basic attacks are going to do a red die of damage. And he does 2 points of damage on there. Not quite enough to finish him off, as the archers have 5 hit points. Then we are over to Roberta to make some stuff happen. So she's going to go ahead and do an attack against the minion over there. And the reason why she's not finishing off Rugby is one of our bonus objectives is if we can kill all of the minions that are out there before defeating the boss, then we'll also get a bonus reward. So we're trying to see if we can pull that off. So she's going to get a red die against that minion. And we do 3 points of damage. And she's going to go ahead and attack again with another basic attack. Hopefully she can do a little better this time. And 4 points of damage, so just so close, not quite enough to finish him off. He's got 1 hit point left. And then we're on to the archer, so we'll see what she can do. And she's going to do a quick shot. This is going to let her make up to 2 basic attacks against different targets. So she's going to target our minion over there. And that was enough to finish him off. And then she'll go ahead and target this archer over here. Actually, she's going to go after that one there. Oop, crack. There we go. So 6. That'll be enough to finish that archer off. And that will be her first action. So her second will be... She's going to go ahead and do a move action. And she'll move right next to Rugby there to try to help out that fighter. At this point, then we're ready to move on to the next card for the boss. And we have minions on the move. So gang members are going to move to the closest character and make a basic attack, which we've defeated all of them. And then the gang archers are going to make a basic attack against the player in range. So they're going to go after the wizard there. And they're going to do 1 point of damage on the wizard. So he's down to 4. All right, so then we'll go ahead and reset the round here. Each of our characters will get to discard if they want to. Our archer's good there, so they'll draw back up to 2. Our fighter has 2 good cards, so I think she's happy there. And our wizard will draw his 2 as well. All right, then we'll do the initiative, and depending upon how this goes, this could be good or bad. If the boss gets to go first, he may knock one of our characters out. So let's see here. And we have the boss first. So if the archer goes, then she could trade. Oh, nice. So just lucky enough there. And then we have the wizard and the boss to finish us off. So archer's up first. Let's see what she's got. She's got a basic attack and a move. So unfortunately, she's out of range of this archer over here to get rid of them. So she's going to have to move and make that attack. So I think we're going to end up losing our fighter here. All right, so she's going to move first. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then she'll make that basic attack on the archer. And we'll see what we get here. And she finishes off the archer. So the archer will be eliminated. And then we'll move on to the enemies. Minions on the move. So gang members move up to the closest character and then also the archers. So we got lucky as Rugby is not going to activate. So it'll move over to our fighter to go ahead and go. And she's going to go ahead and do a basic attack with a red die. 2. And that will bring us up to 14. He has 1 more hit point on him. And she's going to do a rock toss. And that will do it, because that no matter what she rolls, and she got the 1 that she needed. So that'll finish off Rugby, and he has been defeated as well. But as you can see, our characters were super close to going down. She only needed 1 more hit point. Now let's go ahead and say, for example, that she had been taken down. What'll happen at that point then is if you will start the game with a certain number of revive potions, and so you'd have to spend one of those, which will allow her to regain half of her health, and then she's going to reshuffle her deck and her discard pile, and then she has to roll a red die and randomly discard that many cards for the rest of the game, so those are out. So potentially pretty nasty. Even though she gets to come back in, she could lose some good cards and make her a lot less effective. So at this point, then we'll bring the guide over, and with that, we accomplish both the main objective and the bonus objective. Then we'll move into the resolution. So first off, with the main success, we're going to get all the purple listings. So the heroes are going to receive the following from the supply loot. They're going to receive 1, 2, or 3 random items selected from Rugby, which he has a number of different things depending upon the number of players. So with us playing with 3 heroes, we're only going to receive 1 random item. So depending upon what that is, then we can choose which of our heroes will receive that. Then the remaining items, if there are any, will go to the market. So those other items that we did not get will go to the market so we can potentially purchase them later. Then we're going to gain basic items from the supply and the party items, which will get a bag of gold and a sewer key. And then all of the heroes are going to advance 1 level. So each of our heroes will get to go up. And then we're also going to place in the supply items the encrypted note. Now, since we completed the bonus objective, we're also going to get the blue success, which is going to give us another bag of gold, and the heroes are also going to receive the always prepared passive ability. So then we'll get to choose one of our heroes to receive that. And then there's a little note here, which I won't spoil for you guys. I'll let you read that when you get it. And then there's 2 options. There's one that has a little skull next to it, which means that's a lot more difficult. And then there's a secondary option, so you can choose to go a little lighter and do that one if you want to. Now, there are other things. If you had failed that mission, then there's a part that you will resolve for failing it. But we didn't, so we took care of that. I'm not going to go through and put all those other items in there, but I will show you how the upgrades work. So again, this is just the prototype. So we have all the upgrades here. So each one of our characters did level up 1 level, so they can each choose what they want to gain. So with our archer first, she's just going to go ahead and do a level 2 archer as she's working her way towards a ranger. So the level 2 is going to give her 3 hit points. It'll also give her the point blank card and the volley card that she's going to add to her deck. The fighter is also going to just stay in the fighter class for now, and so we will get the level 2 fighter out. This one is going to give her 5 additional hit points, and it'll add 2 Mighty Strike cards to her deck. And finally, the wizard will also just stay with his ability for now. And the level 2 wizard is going to add a dice card to it, which is Wild Magic. Which with that one, let me pull it out and I'll explain it to you. With the Wild Magic card, it says that when you roll additional black die on all AoE actions, so any area of effect actions will get an additional black die, which is really nasty. Once we get some of those, that could be a big hit for him. Nice. Well, I hope this video helped you decide whether or not you want to back the game. Like I said, I would definitely recommend it. I had a really good time with this one and cannot wait to dig into my full copy once I get it, to experience the full campaign and to check out all the different player classes and all that to really have some fun with this. If you have any questions or comments, leave those in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer them, or swing by the Kickstarter's main page and drop any questions you have there. I'm sure they would love to hear from you. And as always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video and to leave me feedback on it. I do really appreciate it, and I take into account everything you guys say to make the best possible videos. And if you like this video, if you enjoy what I do, please consider that like button, subscribing to my channel, as it really does make a big difference and helps me to continue to grow and bring these videos to you guys. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.